All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking a couple moments here to get the stream shared to the sites as normal. Make sure if you have joined us already, you go ahead and hit that like button for everybody. Make sure you also remember to check in. All right, I believe we are shared up in the groups and on the page. So let's get rolling here. Stephen Benoit Jericho, I am by myself right now. President James Black is supposed to be joining me here. I still haven't heard from him, but it is showtime. So kind of can't start without the president. I guess let's get things rolling, and I'll give him a call here real quick. So let's get the show started, folks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey James, it's SBJ. It's just about showtime and I'm wondering where you are, man.
You had a few things to take care of to make sure the show goes according to plan, but I'm pulling up to the arena right now.
Alright, sounds good. And just a heads up, Will King is in the parking lot waiting for you.
Alright, I'll see you in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hybrid Wrestling Alliance, episode number 10. This is the Blaze brand roster coming at you, as you can see by the big fiery screen here. James Black, a president, will be joining us shortly, just arriving to the arena, so you will get to enjoy and indulge in his silky smooth voice as well, folks, so don't you worry. A packed crowd here in the Blaze Arena.
Just the man I wanted to see. You mind telling me exactly what the hell is going on here on Blaze? My show. This is...
Whoa, who the fuck you think you talking to, Will? This is not your show. This is my show, and I promise you, tonight is not the night that you want to do this. I drafted you #1 to my show because I believed in you, Will. I never believed in Hill Money, and they are the reason that you've gotten your shoulders pinned to the mat time and time again. My advice to you, you either rebuild Hill Money, or you kick him to the curb.
Camera feed catching that exchange between the president, James Black, and the Blaze #1 draft pick, Will King. Interesting stuff there, ladies and gentlemen. And here he comes, folks, the president, James Black, making his way down the ringside. And great looking tie there. I've got the same tie. I don't know if they're supplying the whole commentary team with matching ties with James Black. I just kind of thought that in purple. And yes, folks, for some reason, I did not get as extravagant of an entrance to come down here to commentate as James Black did, but I'm not going to say that I'm jealous.
This is the dealer's table, and I hold all the cards. First things first. I want to take the time out to thank each and every individual that contributed to the success of the Heat Wave pay-per-view. It was an incredible event, and Phoenix showed us all the love in the world. But tonight is a very special night for HWA. As we celebrate the success of the Heat Wave pay-per-view and our return to Las Vegas, we're going to have ourselves a series of #1 contender matches. Tonight, we will determine the #1 contender for the Hybrid National Championship, the Hybrid Impact Championship, and the Blaze World Championship. Oh yeah, and also, I have another very special surprise for you guys tonight. We're going to see the Hybrid Impact Champion versus the Hybrid National Champion, Josh Armstrong and Michael Blaze, go one-on-one. For tonight's show, this action-packed show starts right now.
All right, folks, huge things coming on tonight as the president, James Black. Oh, here's your headset, James.
Thank you.
Glad you finally made it here.
Great show lined up tonight. David Pope heading to the ring.
Hey, excuse me, Miss Russell? Miss Russell, could you please hand the president and I a couple of waters?
Yes.
You know, I got to tell you, I feel very special when I see these guys wearing purple and heading to the ring. Every single time when these guys show up with purple on, I like to call it megastar purple myself. But it's a game-changing thing.
I thought that they were just fans of the Pandemonium brand.
Very well could be.
David Pope is looking great this year. Did he trim back a little bit?
It looks like he did, actually.
He did. He's looking trim, looking a little cut, maybe a little more agile here.
Well, I tell you what. Had extensive talks with David Pope. Extensive talks with this man headed to the ring, Sadistic Joker. Extensive talks with Prize Fighter. Extensive talks with Matrix. And I'm telling you that these men, one of these four men, vying for the opportunity to become #1 contender for the Hybrid National Championship, these men are all hungry and determined to raise the bar here on Blaze.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of abs going on. Look at this guy. He's got like a 13-pack, just like David Pope. You must have the Blaze roster on some sort of strict training regimen.
Absolutely. I'm glad you worded it that way because that's exactly what it is. As a matter of fact, some of these guys I actually hit the gym with myself over at the BFB arena, and that BFB is best for business.
That's over by with the Burger King down on what is it? St. Black Boulevard here in Vegas. Down by the new casino that's being built.
Absolutely. And as we're getting ready to start this match, Prize Fighters headed to the ring, as so is Matrix. But we have a look at some of the awards from the Turnbuckle Awards and Worldwide Wrestling. As you can see here, most improved superstar Jimmy Shadow, most shocking return Corey Heck. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for action. #1 contender, for the hybrid national champion will be determined here and now.
Splitting things apart here. David Pope going for a pin real quick, trying to take out Prize Fighter. And Martrix with Sadistic Joker up in the top right side of the screen here. Sadistic Joker, I don't know a ton about. He made his presence felt backstage with a series of attacks, and then later on going after Ryan Shaw over an XIW. Other than that, this man is he's definitely a mystery here. Talented, but a mystery.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if you caught that, but we actually have the hybrid national champion, or I believe his agent, in attendance, and he said he's watching this match very, very closely, as he should be. And as I stated earlier, these 4 men are probably the 4 hungriest men on the roster. So I believe that we're going to see something very special happen here tonight.
Are they hungry because they want to win, or are they just hungry because of this strict training regimen you have them on, and that's why they're getting so skinny?
Very well, maybe a combination of both.
I guess if you win, you eat better.
We don't get to see very many of the talent here in the HWA on both shows, but we saw Prize Fighter, a 2 count there. We saw Prize Fighter on the last episode of Pandemonium in a tag match, and here he is here tonight on Blaze. David Pope going for a cover there.
Does he get bonus money for working on both brands in consecutive weeks? Going for a crossface here is Pope. Pope looking to submit Prize Fighter. Prize Fighter, remember, a team tap out, and he almost gets himself tapped out here by David Pope.
Absolutely, and he had it locked in very, very tight there too.
Martrick just has his back jarred there. That's going to hurt. A 1 and 2 count, I believe. Prize Fighter in the top right corner, smashing David Pope on his face.
And keep in mind that every one of these #1 contender matches, Prize Fighter goes. But all of these matches are elimination style matches, so it's not the first pinfall. You have to go through every individual. So whoever wins this, and it may be Prize Fighter right here. That's 2. David Pope keeping that at the count of 2. Whoever wins this match and every other #1 contender match here tonight, they will definitely earn it.
Prize Fighter breaking the kendo stick over the back of Sadistic Joker.
David Pope
taking advantage, the only man here. There's 2, and there's a 3 count. Prize Fighter gets eliminated by Pope. Pope determined to be the only man wearing purple here in this match, and he accomplishes at least that 1 goal.
With a big suplex on the outside of the ring, and speaking of suplexes, Martrix on the offense with a nasty clothesline there. Oh. Sadistic Joker with landing that big elbow to the back of the head there.
What's Prize Fighter doing? He's not leaving ringside here. Threatening to get back involved in this one. He can't believe he is gone. Still wants to be in this match, apparently. Having some words with the official.
And you know what?
Meanwhile, down on the bottom, Joker with a neck breaker on the Martrix, rather.
And you know, that's prime example of what I meant when I said these guys are hungry. Don't even want to leave ringside. They're determined to see this thing up close and personal here.
David Pope, there's that athleticism that he's added on that we talked about earlier. Now look at this. Pope again, determined to add submission game to his repertoire here. Trying to take out Martrix.
Oh, I thought he was going to tap there.
Martrix on the top left is the brother of Dirgos. Matrix flipping Joker over and a big knee shot to the face. There's 2, and there's a 3 count. Matrix takes out Joker. Down to Matrix and David Pope right now. Huge clothesline, landing Matrix on the splintered kendo stick. There's 2 count, and Matrix kicking out.
Very intense matchup here. Tell you what, I was actually surprised to see Sadistic Joker go down that early. I thought he had a very good chance at winning this match here. Matrix crashing and burning on the outside, and you got to know, with the rate that David Pope has been going here tonight, he's definitely going to capitalize there. Another big knee by David Pope on the outside.
I'm almost willing to put money that David Pope tries to end this one via submission. He seems damn determined to put someone away with that crossface here.
David Pope is seemingly taking on the strategy to pick a body part and literally pick it apart. And then that knee to the side of the face there.
Sadistic Joker going nowhere either. He's not leaving ringside.
And these guys want to look up close and personal, see who's going to win this thing here. To say that, it looks like he's taking control of this match, but David Pope might have heard me there, because it looks as if he's back in firm control of this match with that power slam there.
That's more the offense that we're used to seeing from Pope, those slams and the brawling style.
A veteran move by Matrix, rolling to the outside, but David Pope on the inside, telling him, whoa, 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 whoa! Oh my God!
Diving through the ropes is Pope. That athleticism. This guy looks like damn Finn Balor out here tonight.
And just as he gets some momentum going, Matrix right back on the attack and not willing to let David Pope get the upper hand in this match. Impressive footwork by David Pope. Nasty suplex on the outside. And again, we all know that's very thin padding there. So maneuvers like that, you're definitely going to feel in the morning. And David Pope once again in firm control of this match as he tosses Matrix back in the inside of the ring and goes right back on the attack. David Pope setting up for something big here. Oh.
That huge lariat taking the head off Matrix, going for a pin here.
That's one. Two.
And there's a 3 count. David Pope picking up the win.
Big win by David Pope there.
Now, as you were stating there, Mr. President, that puts him in that #1 contender spot, does it not?
Absolutely it does. David Pope is the new #1 contender for the Hybrid National Championship. And you gotta know that Tuesday Night Fights is once again premiering next week, and we are asking everyone in attendance to tune in. And again, I said this before, but I'm looking to see some of the guys here that are used to wrestling. I would like to see them step inside the octagon and participate in Tuesday Night Fights.
Now, you don't need to have a Twitch account to go over there and actually enjoy the show, but maybe it'll prompt you to get involved, especially guys from Team Tap Out. This seems like it'd be something right down their alley. If they talk to let us know, we can get them signed up with Mr. Ricks.
Absolutely. And now coming to the ring, one of the most, what's a good word to use here?
Prolific?
That sounds good, but I don't know if that's the right word to describe Tony Mercer.
He's definitely making people rise with his musical talents as of late.
Well, let's see if that can translate to in-ring work. It's one thing to entertain the fans, but we're all here. All of these guys are in the locker room. All of these guys are in the back. They're not here to just entertain the fans, but they're here to win matches also. And let's see if Tony Mercer can translate that into a big win tonight. You got to know that it would do miracles for Tony Mercer's career if he was able to walk out of here tonight as the #1 contender for the Hybrid Impact Championship. You know, Josh Armstrong is somewhere watching this matchup very closely.
If he were to win here tonight, next time he said, "All rise," people may actually stand up for him.
I don't know what that means. Finally off the gas. I don't know what that means. But Tony Mercer is definitely a character.
His hair looks great, that's for sure. Very brave not taking his expensive-looking jewelry off.
I think the key word there may have been expensive looking.
Here comes the sadistic Sam Hain. I don't really understand this guy.
You know, that may be the thing that
part of his character.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that may be the thing that works to his strength there.
He may be working on having a triple threat hair for hair challenge between Sam Hain, Michael Blaze, and the president, the King, Manny Diaz. They all have a very similar taste in hairstyles. I think Sam Hain would look great bald-headed. I know my wife says I'm cute with my bald head.
You said your wife?
Yeah, Mrs. Jericho said I'm cute.
As long as I've known you, I didn't know that there was a Miss Jericho.
There's always been. I've been married for 43 years now.
43 years. Perhaps one of these days we can get you guys to renew your vows on HWA TV. I've been wanting to see a wedding, and why not have one here in HWA?
Didn't the Cools get married live?
Let's not talk about the not so cools. I'm going on record here, and I believe these two, the Cools, not to take any attention away from Sam Hain standing in the middle of the ring, but the Cools just might be the two biggest cancers in the eFed world.
I was trying to take my own attention off this scary Sam Hain character. Reminds me of former talent Brooks, and here we go. Things picking up now. Drew Tanner coming out here, grew himself a beard. Look at this. I don't think I've ever seen Drew Tanner with a beard. The straight shooter coming out here looking great.
I tell you what, this looks like a different Drew Tanner, and we all know the personal history I have with him, and I got to tell you, I'm not a fan, but I am a fan of his in-ring work. I'll say that he definitely has the tools to get the job done. But I've never been injured in my career until I stepped into the ring with this man, so I will tell you this, he's dangerous. He's dangerous.
Both his submission game and those strikes. Those strikes, we've seen him knock one person clear up over the top ropes, down onto the ground, and then another one single uppercut knocked him out cold.
And here we have Showtime Vernon Quinn, a man who always seems to be angry, always seems to have a chip on his shoulder. And here he is tonight, headed to the ring, determined to be #1 contender for the Hybrid Impact Championship.
Vernon Quinn looks like he just broke out of prison crawling through a mine shaft or something. That's definitely some Nevada penitentiary prison attire he's got on there.
But I'm telling you, Vernon Quinn is a bad guy.
Looks like he broke out of prison and stole someone's Jordan version 1s.
You know, I think it's safe to say that Vernon Quinn just might be the most underrated person on the Blaze roster. Just might be. But I tell you what,
if he pulls up a win here tonight, he will no longer be underrated. That's for damn sure.
You took the words out of my mouth, because whoever wins this matchup tonight, they will have definitely earned it. Tony Mercer. #1 contender spot is on the line.
We all know you're a gambling man, Mr. Black. Who are you putting your money on?
I got to go with Tony Mercer. And I'm not saying that because I know him personally. I'm saying that because this is a different Tony Mercer that we've seen as of late. I believe Tony Mercer is going to get the job done here tonight. What about you? Who do you think is going to win this one? Who would you like to see take this one?
I always try to stay biased, but let's get a fan in here. I thought I heard you, Miss, what's your name?
Miss Russell.
Miss Russell.
Miss Russell, you're a high school teacher of some sort?
Yes.
What classes do you teach, Miss Russell?
Math.
Ooh, a math teacher. I heard you also talking to your friends here beside you that you got Drew Tanner winning this one. Are you willing to put one of your paychecks on the line for Drew Tanner to win?
I think I just might.
And you have another fan.
We have fans putting money on Drew Tanner. You know what? I'm not going to start tonight.
Your daughter and
Drew Tanner looked like he put on about 10 pounds of muscle. We have David Pope. Oh, Quinn going for a pin. Just a 1 count. Kicking out is Sam Hain. I was just going to say that David Pope looked like he lost a lot of weight, and Drew Tanner went the opposite way, putting on 10, 20, perhaps 30 pounds of just pure muscle here on Drew Tanner with the white tights down on the bottom, white tights and black boots. For those of you that are new fans to the HWA. Hold on, look at the top of your screen. Sam Hain with a set of steps. Steel steps to the face of Vernon Quinn.
You know, I got to tell you what. You asked earlier on who was going to win this match. I really don't think there's a wrong answer here. Because as I said before, this is a different Tony Mercer that we've seen. But you look at Drew Tanner. Drew Tanner has all the tools to get the job done. You look at Showtime Vernon Quinn. He has a chip on his shoulder. And you look at Sam Hain, and he's one man in this match that nobody can quite figure out. There's no wrong answer here when the question is asked, who do you think is going to win this match?
You mentioned that every man has tools to win this one. Sam Hain has all the physical tools, and including these inanimate objects that we've already seen him smashing people in the face with. So that gives him more tools in his toolbox than the rest of these men. And here comes Punisher using one of his, going to try to submit Tony Mercer, the odds-on favorite early on for this one.
I thought for sure Tony Mercer was going to tap there, but you got to know that Tony Mercer I thought Tony Mercer was going to get pinned there, but you got to know
beautifully
that Tony
executed
Mercer,
suplex.
Absolutely. Oh, big drop kick by Sam Hain, sending Showtime Vernon Quinn flying across the ring. And here's Drew Tanner going to capitalize. That's 1, 2. Vernon Quinn able to kick out at the count of 2.
Great wherewithal right there by Drew Tanner. Saw the rest of the competition taken out. Dove in to try to get that pin on Vernon Quinn while no one else was paying attention. Get an easy tap right there. And a flying single leg drop kick to the face. And Quinn is down. He's on Dream Street. There's 2. And kicking out is Quinn. On the outside, Sam Hain in the bottom of the screen, continuing to dish out punishment to Tony Mercer. Smells like popcorn in here. I believe a fan must have spilt some popcorn right behind us.
Well, I'm glad that the fans are not only enjoying the popcorn, but enjoying the show also.
I just had a fan offer me a beer. Am I allowed to drink a beer while I'm here on... Oh, never mind. He, the fan was an Indian giver. I thought he was going to grab me a beer, but he decided to walk away and leave me hanging.
And here he comes with the
Sam Hain tossing Tanner into the wall. Oh, thank you. I take back every bad thing I just said about that fan. Getting a little parched here on commentary. Back to the ring. Vernon Quinn with a big right hook, dropping Tony Mercer to the ground. Mercer trying to crawl to his feet. And Vernon Quinn going back after Sam Hain, starting a hell of a dangerous rivalry. I don't know if they have history together or not, but I'm sensing a lot of hatred between Vernon Quinn and Mr. Sam Hain over here.
To my knowledge, I believe that this may be the very first time that these two have faced off. Actually, you got quite a few first-timers here tonight. I don't think Tony Mercer has faced anyone in this match except Drew Tanner, if I'm not... Oh! Vernon Quinn dropping Tony Mercer on the top of his head. I don't know if you caught that one. Look at Sam Hain crashing and burning from the top rope there.
He missed everybody except for the ground.
Sam Hain again with another big suplex. Oh no, Tony Mercer with the reversal and lands a chop block there.
Trying to take the legs out of Sam Hain.
Vernon Quinn taking the action back on the inside of the ring. Got that guillotine locked in on Drew Tanner in the middle. Oh, Drew Tanner with the reversal. Look at the upper body strength.
Look at that. That's the strength, the muscle that I mentioned Tanner adding on. Comes in huge right there. Did you see him just stand up? Oh, Tanner diving through the ropes, taking Quinn out. We've got fans here with cameras videotaping everything.
I think I want to change my pick here. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I want to put my money on Drew Tanner here. After a maneuver like that, I want to put my money on Drew Tanner.
Tanner, is a safe bet. Rookie of the Year here in HWA and Rookie of the Year with our good friends Worldwide Wrestling.
Absolutely.
Brett, what about that fan that's sitting right behind you, eating ice cream?
Now Vernon Quinn, it looks as if he wants to... Well, I was going to say he was going to pick his opponents, but he walks right into Sam Hain with a sling blade there. Sam Hain doing the smart thing on rolling out of the ring. Drew Tanner landing a drop kick. Tony Mercer has a chair. Tanner going for a cover. That's two. Showtime Vernon Quinn kicks out at the count of two. And now here's Tony Mercer locking in a sharpshooter in the middle of the ring. And you know that Drew Tanner taps out.
Did Tanner just tap out? Tony Mercer just submitted Drew Tanner, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
I
look
can't
at
believe.
that.
Oh, do you see that? Float over DDT right onto that steel chair that Mercer brought in himself.
And Tony Mercer
brought that chair in and then ended up eating it.
Now, I can't believe that he actually kicked out of his Sam Hain now, going for a cover. That's three. They're dropping like flies here. It is down to two men. One of these two men will be #1 contender for the Hybrid Impact Championship. Josh Armstrong has to be watching closely. Sam Hain now with that.
Sam Hain looked comfortable with weapons in his hand, but Tony Mercer remaining a step ahead here.
I think it's going to take more than a body slam. And again, Vernon Quinn now standing at ringside watching this one closely. I don't think any of these guys have actually exited the ring once being pinned tonight.
Is Drew Tanner still out here as well?
I believe. Sam Hain going. Okay. Sam Hain, he's dangerous, man. We may not understand him, but one thing that we know for sure, Sam Hain is a dangerous individual.
Did you just see him crawl back up to his knees after getting dropped on his head cleanly out here on this thinly padded concrete floor?
Absolutely.
Just right back up to his feet as if it didn't even happen.
And Sam Hain tossing Tony Mercer back on the inside of the ring here. Looks like
in
we
those
have
fake shows, you could have almost said he no-sold that one, but we all know that here in Hybrid, this action is as real as it gets.
Absolutely. I was going to say we have seems to be somewhat of a late crowd coming in. For those of you, wait a minute, got a cover here. That's true. Tony Mercer kicking out at the count of 2. For those of you who are just tuning in, we are witnessing a number one. Sam Hain, big maneuver in the middle of the ring, going for a cover here. That's 1, 2. Tony Mercer kicking out at the count of 2. I thought for sure it was going to be over there. That's the same move. Sam Hain going to work with that chair. But that slam that we saw was the same move that he put, what's the guy named? The hardcore professor? Zulite.
Zulite?
Put him down in the middle of the ring. Of course, he was dropped on a sledgehammer, but I thought for sure Tony Mercer was not going to kick out there. That chair is in it. Watch out, that chair.
Watch out.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he was going to have him hit that sharp point to the chair.
That's 2. That's 2. Oh, I thought Tony
And
Mercer was going to
count.
do it there. I really thought Tony Mercer was going to do it there. Tony Mercer dragging Sam Hain away from the ropes.
Leaving his head on that chair.
Tony Mercer going for another sharpshooter. I think he's going to submit Sam Hain here. Tony Mercer is about to become number 1 contender for the Hybrid Impact Championship. He's just got to lean into it. Is he
Sam
going to tap?
Hain not looking like he's going to tap. Rolls out of it. I don't think this Sam Hain feels pain, folks. Sam Hain impervious to pain, it seems like.
And Sam Hain right back on the attack there. Tony Mercer was mounting a little bit of offense, but Sam Hain was able to reverse and take control of this matchup here. And you know he's going to pick the... okay, I thought he was going to go after that chair again. Sam Hain now going to the top rope, telling Tony Mercer to get to his feet. Big axe handle coming from the top rope from Sam Hain there. Looks a little bit winded there. Oh boy.
He loves those steel steps, and this time catching Mercer right in the kisser with it, ladies and gentlemen. I believe you have to be in the ring for a fall count here, don't you, in this match?
Absolutely you do. Cannot win this match on the outside, but believe me when I tell you that these two men, as you can see Tony Mercer taking the action back in the ringside, they are well aware of what it takes to win this matchup. So I'm going on record saying again, whoever wins this matchup tonight, they will have earned it. Look at this. Look at this.
Officiating this one, is this kind of looks like Teddy Williams, but a little bit different. Does Teddy have a brother, Timmy?
I believe this is Kyle Jones, actually.
There's a 2 and there's a 3 count. Sam Hain picking up a win.
Great effort by the other 3 men in this match, coming up short. But Sam Hain proving that he has what it takes to be number 1 contender and take this thing to a next level. Josh Armstrong, I hope you're watching closely.
Armstrong versus Sam Hain for the title.
That maneuver right there.
Interesting match.
That maneuver right there by Showtime Vernon Quinn, where he flipped over the top of Tony Mercer, was definitely a thing of beauty there.
Drove his face right into that chair that Mercer actually brought in himself. That could have been a huge turning point that took Tony Mercer mostly out of this match. He was able to hang through to the end, but I believe that chair shot right there that you were just mentioning turned the tides for this one.
Absolutely. Now, I want you to imagine the matchup between Sam Hain, as we look at the power rankings here. I want you to imagine the matchup between Sam Hain and Josh Armstrong. That's going to be a banger.
We saw Lance Hagen post a very informative promo earlier on the page, so make sure you pop over to the HWA Facebook page and listen to what the champion of Blaze, Lance Hagen, had to say earlier today.
David Pope is out of the showers and in the chat. Congratulations, David Pope, on your win earlier tonight. You got to wonder if Sam Hain is going to jump a little bit in the power rankings. So is David Pope. He's likely going to jump in the power rankings here because the matches that these guys have won here tonight are very hard matches to win. Fatal four-way elimination style matches. So up next, champion versus champion here. Speaking of Josh Armstrong, speaking of Michael Blaze, these two men here seem to have some sort of rivalry that you can't even put into words. One is the Hybrid Impact champion, one is the national champion, and they both have gone on record stating that they both individually are the A champion of Blaze. So tonight these two look to prove who is the champion on Blaze.
I believe Lance Hagen would have a little something to say about that as well.
Yeah, I would imagine so. If it were me and I were Lance Hagen, I'd be here at ringside. Josh Armstrong looking pretty damn good with that Hybrid Impact Championship around his shoulder there.
Trimmed out in that Blaze red.
I think Josh Armstrong is probably one of the most prideful champions that I've seen in a long time. And he is hell-bent.
Long-time member of our friends XIW. If you're not used to seeing Josh Armstrong in action, you like what you see here, check him out in XIW. But that shouldn't be a problem. I'm guessing that we'll be seeing and hearing a lot from our Impact champion lately. And in the near future.
Absolutely. Tony Mercer stating that he's still not impressed. Josh Armstrong looking like he's ready for action, but oh boy. This guy headed to the ring right now is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. This is look at that championship. This is the Hybrid National Championship. Michael Blaze, the one, the only Michael Blaze.
Michael Blaze, I believe, has held pretty much every title that HWA has ever had in its history. Michael Blaze, one of the originals from when we first started the show, before we were even Hybrid Wrestling Alliance, I believe.
And the incredible thing about that, look at how this man is still in phenomenal shape. Look at how he's still going out week after week, winning. I don't think he's even lost a match since he's debuted.
He hasn't lost many matches in his whole career, at least here in HWA, both tag division and singles competition.
Michael Blaze is by far top tier talent, ladies and gentlemen, if you are unaware of who Michael Blaze is. For those of you that are watching, I need you to give me a thumbs up here. I need you to like. I need you to subscribe. I need you to share. And I need you to do what Nightbot is asking you to do and tell us who is going to win this match.
For me, if you take Kenny Omega and you give him charisma of Shawn Michaels, that comes close but not quite equaling Michael Blaze.
One thing about it, Michael Blaze definitely oozes charisma and big suplex as Josh Armstrong charging Michael Blaze there. Tony Mercer with a message for Michael Blaze, said he's coming for that championship.
Josh Armstrong trying to rip the arm of Michael Blaze clean off right here. The armed Armageddon, Josh Armstrong, as he calls himself.
I'll tell you what, anytime these two, and it's been a couple of times that these two have actually shared the ring, forced to tag at one point. They were having an incredible match at one point and then were interrupted by David Pope and Hired Gun. But anytime, look out, look out, look out. Oh, springboard stunner by Josh Armstrong. Incredible maneuver. As I was saying, anytime that these two men are in the ring at the same time, it makes for a phenomenal match. And I cannot wait. As you can see, the fans are already standing on their feet here in anticipation for the match that these two are going to have here tonight. Look at this. Look at this.
Speaking of fans, this fan behind me just drooled on my head, I believe. She was eating ice cream, and I think she drooled on my head. It was pretty gross. Somebody needs to contain their children.
Let's hope the kids are vaccinated.
Indeed, I do hope their kids are vaccinated.
Josh Armstrong taking care of business here. Another springboard maneuver. Another springboard stunner catches Michael Blaze off guard there.
I want to see that suplex again. He had both of Michael's arms tied up in weird positions when he hit that. I kind of missed every joint that was manipulated and then hit. Disgusting.
Michael Blaze, big slam there. Look at Michael Blaze. I'm telling you, this guy oozes. I love it. The confidence, the charisma on display. I absolutely love it. Michael Blaze is a champion of champions, ladies and gentlemen. Not to take anything away from Josh Armstrong with maneuvers like that. Sponsored by the Blacklist, that is. Thank you, Josh Armstrong.
Trying to paint the Blacklist red with Michael Blaze's face here.
Just tossing Michael Blaze into the stairs and followed up with a senton. Josh Armstrong is an incredible athlete. I know David Hobson, I know he carries the moniker of hybrid athlete, but Josh Armstrong has to be a close second.
Just want to remind you, fans at home as well, we are not only sponsored by the Blacklist, but also sponsored by Tuesday Night Fights.
Absolutely.
As they ran into the wall on the other side here.
Absolutely. Will King
Josh he wanted to get back in the ring, but Michael Blaze apparently not ready for him to step back in the ring just yet.
Will King stating that he might not be on the card, but he is in the luxury box spending money while making money. I have a few slots up there, a few card tables also. I mean, we are in Vegas, so
hopefully it doesn't distract them when they pay attention to the action here in the ring, though.
If I know Will King like I think I do, I don't think he's too concerned with who's doing what. If he's
what
not
is
involved.
Armstrong doing? Usually we see people diving out of the ring. This time he crawled outside and then dove back in the ring. And here's the drooly fan back looking over my shoulder. Hey there, Miss Drooly Fan. Say hi to the universe.
Hello.
And she drooled on my mic. That's pretty gross, folks.
Look at Josh Armstrong here.
What is Armstrong doing?
You talk about
upside down. What was that?
You talking about Impact?
Off the ropes.
And that is why he is the Impact champion, ladies and gentlemen. That's two. Oh, I thought that was going to be it there. Looks like a modified
Impact here.
Looks like a modified pedigree from the middle rope there. Josh Armstrong is coming for that moniker, hybrid athlete.
I would love to see Josh Armstrong versus Mad Dog X at some point here.
Wouldn't that be incredible? Two hybrid athletes. Michael Blaze trying to take control of this matchup. Springboard maneuver of his own. Josh Armstrong has been busted open. This might be three. Whoa! Josh Armstrong kicking out the count of 1.
This is where Michael Blaze has that advantage. Blaze making moves as only Blaze could do here. Armstrong needs to take some appendages away in order to slow Blaze down. Because once he gets rolling, there's almost nothing that can stop Michael Blaze.
Look at this.
Look at this move. Springs into a German suplex.
The upper
what
body
in
strength.
the world?
Upper body strength is incredible with Michael Blaze here. And that's what I mean. This guy has been going for how many years? Going for a cover. 1. Again, Josh Armstrong kicking out at the count of 1. This is unbelievable.
Blaze really isn't that old. He started in Forged in Pain, which turned into Hybrid as a fresh-faced 19-year-old kid, working, actually being mentored by an old friend of yours, Devil Dog.
And I got to tell you, we got to be careful as I'm paying much closer attention to this match here, as Nightbot is paying close attention to Savio. Got to be careful with Nightbot. He's been known to kick 1 or 2 people out of the chat there.
Great seeing Savio here active in the chat. We haven't seen much of him here in Hybrid. What the heck was that by Michael Blaze?
We got to be careful. Josh Armstrong is bleeding profusely, and as you can see, Michael Blaze is not. Look, Michael Blaze is not letting up. Look at the blood dripping down Josh Armstrong's. Dude, jeez Christ. Blood dripping down Josh Armstrong's face there.
I think we found the president's catchphrase here.
Which one is that?
You have a very unique way to say Jesus Christ, and you say it often during every broadcast.
Well, I got to fix that. I've been meaning to make my catchphrase, take it in the face. Let's see if we can throw that in there before this one is out. Pretty sure somebody wants to take it in the face out there, right?
Josh Armstrong trying to take Michael Blaze's arm off. I don't know if, I guess we're in Vegas so we can say things like take it in the face, but it may get us taken off the YouTube channel, but I guess that's a gamble we'll take.
Josh
but fans, you
Armstrong.
heard it first. HWA Blaze, take it in the face. Oh, what a slam there from Josh Armstrong, driving Michael Blaze into the ground.
Looks like a modified version of the jackpot.
Josh Armstrong has 0 quit, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know if
Michael
you saw
Blaze
that.
has been totally dishing it out.
What, lights are out. What is going on here?
What the?
Oh!
Lance Hagen is in the ring. Lance Hagen has Blaze by the throat. A massive choke slam.
And I'm telling you, this is because Michael Blaze has been claiming himself to be the A champion. I hate to see the match end like that. But let's take a look at some of these awards here real quick. Worldwide Wrestling Superstar of the Year. That's me, of course. And Drew Tanner Rookie of the Year. I hate to see that matchup end like that, but Lance Hagen making a big stake. Who's this?
Hold on.
Alexa. I believe this is Alexa Stone, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what she has to say here tonight. Wasn't expecting to see her, and I would imagine the fans in attendance weren't expecting to see a lady at all, because we don't have any women signed to the Blaze roster. And I want those guys that are sitting in the back watching, wipe the drool from your mouths. This is Alexa Stone. And I assure you that she's here for business.
I heard that HWA doesn't have a women's champion. I'm issuing a challenge to all you bitches.
Mm.
If nobody answers, I declare myself the champ.
Wow. Gotta like that.
I'm not sure who this brash young lady is, but she is ready for war, ladies and gentlemen.
Issuing an open challenge to all the women across the eFed world on the next episode of Blaze.
It's a man I've been waiting to see in action, Justin Matthews. I know you've been bragging about how good this guy is for the past couple weeks.
Definitely an international sensation, new here to Hybrid Wrestling Alliance, and he look, the guy is determined to make an impact. He's determined to succeed, and I have to give him the opportunity to do just that. How many people get to debut in the main event, have the opportunity to win #1 contendership for the world title in their debut? Justin Matthews has the opportunity to do the unthinkable here tonight, but here is the young man that I'm proud to call this match, my son, Logan Black.
What's Logan got in his hand? Looks like he's got a cell phone in his hand.
Yeah, I believe so.
Is he gonna call Dad from in the ring?
You might be calling for backup, but it won't be for me. But I gotta tell you, I'm excited, man. What is that? Is that who I think it is? Do you see this? Please tell me you're looking at the comments and you see who that is.
I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I guess I was paying attention to something else. What are you looking at? Maybe that's what Logan is reading.
Perhaps he is. I saw one of the comments in the chat. I don't know if that's what Logan was looking at, but it's a very popular superstar that I haven't seen in a long time. I'll just leave it like that. All right. Last year's and the current reigning superstar of the year, Hired Gun, is headed to the ring.
Hired Gun has had one hell of a chip on his shoulder lately. We thought he was a bad man before. I mean, a guy made his HWA debut by running Sander Cool over with a car in the parking garage. Any man who debuts like that, you'd think that's as bad as it gets, but he just seems to be getting better and badder at the same time.
Well, I gotta tell you what, he didn't do a good job at running Sander Cool over, I'll tell you that. And speaking of Sander Cool, why is it, again, I have to ask the question, why is it that we haven't heard from him? I mean, we've literally gotten nothing, zero from Sander Cool.
I wish I had an answer for you, boss, but
nonetheless,
I really don't.
This isn't about Sander Cool. This is about the #1 contendership for the Blaze World Title. Hired Gun has entered the ring. Logan Black has entered the ring. Justin Matthews has entered the ring. That only leaves one man. He's a man that many...
Gun pointing at me? Oh, never mind. He's looking at a different camera.
The question has been asked throughout all of HWA. Why does this next man have another opportunity at I guess you could say at the world title, but you have to win this matchup here tonight. So I'm going to go on record and say it again. Whoever wins this matchup, you better believe that they have earned it. These guys, they definitely look fired up. Chris Harris always looks fired up. Handsome Chris Harris at that. I mean, I've seen much better, but you know, what do I know?
No, Devil Dog was voted sexiest man in eFed for 3 years in a row. from the Men's Fitness magazine.
Man, I thought it was the gay community doing the voting.
That was actually Chris Harris's magazine. And they sponsored his attire.
Is that right?
That's definitely their coloring right here.
Need to shift gears here a little bit. We don't want to lose any fans there. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Number one contendership on the line there. Justin Matthews, Chris Harris, Hired Gun, Logan Black, number one contendership for the world title on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are watching, I need to know from everyone in attendance, who do you think is going to win this match?
Chris Harris keeps going after Logan here. I wonder if that's a little shot at you there, perhaps.
You know it is. You know it is.
Chris Harris now on the far right, taking on Matthews, while Logan and Hired Gun get it on the left side of your screen. Oh, look at that. Harris right back after Logan. Vicious strikes. And flew out of nowhere with that giant knee to Logan.
And then just has been busted
pummeling him with strikes. Logan's bleeding already. It's like Harris is a little bit of a striker, but I don't know if I trust those gloves. See how fast Logan was split open. I don't think they did good enough job in inspecting the wraps on Harris here.
And here we go, Logan looking to get some retribution here in this match. I don't want to seem as if I'm showing favoritism. I want this to be an incredible match. But you got to know that seeing your son busted open at the hands of your nemesis, and I'm stuck here at the announce table, that's tough to call.
I believe for the fans that have been following HWA and 3Dub faithfully may scoff at that comment a little bit there. The number of times that Logan's been left bloodied by your hand, I don't know if we can openly talk about such things.
No, we're not going to talk about that. We know that I was in a different headspace at the time. But this isn't about me. This is about the number one. You got to focus, SBJ. This is about the number one contendership for the Blaze World title. I don't want to include myself.
I'm just here to information, and that's all I was trying to do, boss. That's all.
That's the
I
wrong
just figured that
information.
some of the fans may be interested. And oh, what a big forearm shot there from Matthews onto Logan Black. Again, Matthews and Black in the ring, and now Hired Gun tossed in there by Chris Harris. Chris Harris, we know he's got a dark side, going for a chair, stalking Matthews. Oh, he just pounded Matthews in the head with that chair. Welcome to the HWA, Mr. Matthews.
Daddy.
Chris Harris has now been busted. Oh, look at the super kick by Hired Gun, going for a cover, middle of the ring. That's 1, 2. Oh, Logan kicking out at the count of 2. Hired Gun showing signs of desperation there. I think he thought this one might have been over.
Look at the nasty gash on the side of the head of Chris Harris.
Gotta love it, don't you?
Matthews having a hard time even keeping a grip because of all the blood lubricating the side of the head of Harris here.
Yeah. I need to know. I have 1 vote for Logan, but we have too many people watching to not get any votes. Oh, wait. Hired Gun maybe about to tap out right here. Logan's got that sharpshooter locked in tight. Hired Gun able to reverse it here.
I think I've only seen Hired Gun tap out once in his career here, and that was in the hands of the hybrid athlete Mad Dog X. Gun going for a pin on Logan in the ring. That's a 2 count. Kicking out is Logan Black as Chris Harris bashing the face of Matthews off that post here on the outside. And now flexing his little 10-inch biceps down there is Chris Harris.
This is incredible, I tell you what. It seems as if the votes so far have all been for Logan Black. And I'm telling you, if Logan does the unthinkable and win this match, I don't know that I want to see him go one-on-one with Lance Hagen. This is a different Lance Hagen that we've seen. Chris Harris with that mandible claw going for a cover.
Pin.
What the hell?
He just took out Matthews.
I believe that was with the mandible claw, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Harris calls it the "I know where your hands have been" claw. I thought I saw him say that on the page.
Oh my God. Big pile driver, and I think Hired Gun has been busted open. That's 2. Hired Gun kicks out at the count of 2. Logan Black with a chair, swinging for the fences, but not able to connect.
He just swung and missed three times. Either that or Chris Harris. I mentioned impervious to pain. I thought Gunn was eliminated. Was he not?
No, he was not. But Logan Black,
they aren't. Looks like he's gonna slam him right. Oh, they look like he slammed his head.
Cover, middle of the ring. That's 2. Chris Harris.
Logan Black just slammed the back of the head of Hired Gun off the forehead of Chris Harris with that last move.
And Logan Black missed 3 chair shots. I'm going to chalk it up to blood being in the face or in the eyes of Logan Black as he locks on that arm bar there. And Chris Harris in the middle of the ring, Hired Gun doing the right thing, standing back and watching and letting your opponents beat the living hell out of each other. Hired Gun landing a super kick there. Chris Harris going for that mandible claw. Or the "I know where your hands have been." That's 1.
Gun is out cold.
No!
Look at him. The hand not moving. Chris Harris has eliminated 2 men here in this one.
And you got to know that this is just the opportunity that Chris Harris has been looking for to get his hands on Logan Black. And I hate to say it,
busted open here.
Going for a cover in the middle of the ring. 1. That's 2. Oh, Chris Harris just barely kicking out at the count of 2.
Logan has beefed up again here since when we first saw him debut over in Worldwide Wrestling. And now look at this, just manipulating Logan by his head, treating him like a puppy.
And it looks like the agent of Michael Blaze, Chris Harris, now going to work on Logan Black with that chair. Walks right into that claw.
For the love of God.
No.
Logan is out as well. Look at this. And what the heck just happened? The second time tonight the lights have gone out. James, what do you...
Oh, believe me, there's nothing that I want more than to be able to jump in that ring and whoop your ass myself. But unfortunately, I cannot because of Drew Tanner's negligence. But you know what, Chris? After the amount of shit that you've talked about me at TV7 and all around the wrestling world, there's no way in God's green earth that I'm going to let you walk out of here as #1 contender. You see, I've sat behind this desk and I've tried to be a nice guy. But it's because of people like you that I have to do stuff like this. Now.
James Black causing a distraction and Logan smashing Harris with a chair. Now Matthews in here smashing Harris with the ladder as well. I dare not say what I believe has happened here out loud for the fear of my job, but I'm pretty damn sure the fans at home can tell that this, and now Hired Gun bringing in a table. all three other competitors here tonight. I don't want to speculate that this is a planned happening, ladies and gentlemen, but
it's not a plan. It's a thing of beauty. These three men, hired gun, Justin Matthews, Logan Black. On the next episode of Blaze, there will be a #1 contender match to determine the #1 contender for the Blaze World title. Chris Harris, I want everyone to hear me good. Chris Harris, you are fired.
Are you sure you want to do that, boss?
Fired.
Ladies and gentlemen, here on live TV, Chris Harris has been fired from the Hybrid Wrestling Alliance.
Your services are no longer needed. The thing is, and as I said, I've sat behind this desk. I've tried to be a nice guy. I've tried to call these matches right down the middle. But what happens when I'm sitting at home and I'm injured because of Drew Tanner, and I'm sitting at home watching TV7 and I hear Chris slandering me in front of the entire wrestling world? There's no way that I'm going to take this sitting down or lying down or whatever the case may be. I wish I could jump in the ring and whoop that ass myself, but unfortunately, I haven't been cleared to compete.
It's a great show here tonight, regardless. I know I've got to keep opinions to myself about what went down, but I'm sure the fans watching can sense a little darker side of black here, maybe in the air. But folks, make sure you hit that like button. It was a great episode here tonight. Lots of craziness going down on the Blaze show. For Hybrid Wrestling Alliance and the Blaze brand specific here tonight. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen. Any parting words by yourself, Mr. Black, before we cut off air?
My parting words are simple. Make sure you tune in next week to Pandemonium.
Are we off? There you are. Good show, man. You did a good job putting it together.